So what with Smash Switch confirmed, I've been getting hyped not only for the game itself, but for the new potential characters that we could be seeing in the game. This is a game that I care deeply about, as my playtime on Smash Wii U shows, so I see it only fitting to take a stab at making a hypothetical roster for this game. Gonna pull up the Smash Wii U roster, and go from there. I think the Mario selection looks good, with one exception. I don't think Rosalina's coming back. I mean, there hasn't been a Galaxy game since I was a wee lad. She's not relevant anymore. Instead, I suggest Waluigi, who is objectively best Mario character. As for Punch-Out, many will say that Little Mac is enough. However, I disagree. I think we'll be seeing Mike Tyson at it, seeing as he was both the main villain of the most well-known Punch-Out game, and remains a relevant character in today's world. The Zelda reps will be getting changed drastically to better represent the modern versions of the characters. Specifically, every character will be replaced by their CDI versions, with Morshu replacing Sheik and Harkinian replacing Toon Link. Trust me, it's better this way. Adding Ridley, along with the more reasonably sized Leviathan, Lephantis, and Planet Zebus. I'll be honest, the amount of Fire Emblem reps in 4 was simply unreasonable. To fix that, adding in literally every character from the entire Fire Emblem franchise, every game from the Fire Emblem franchise, and the mere concepts of Fire and Emblem. I think that now, the Fire Emblem selection looks good, with one exception. Lucina is past her time, and I don't think she'll be back. But I do think a related character will take Lucina's place.
And his name is John C.
Also, there seems to be a lot of buzz around adding Chrom to the game. I mean, I'll go with it, but I don't really see it. I mean, the guy outlawed Pi. Friggin' Pi! Nintendo will be bringing back transformation characters, solely using this on DDD. He will gain access to a newer, more powerful form, Hatless DDD. His moves revolve around stunning people with his boldness, a la King Neptune. To celebrate his recent appearance in Star Allies, Marks will be added, along with his brothers Groucho, Gummo, and Carl. The Star Fox series will be seeing 3 more reps, specifically Jackal, Hyena, and Raptor. Now I know you're gonna say those are Warframe characters and not Star Fox characters, so let me just say, don't. So I'll be honest, I really only see one fitting addition to this game from Pokemon, that being Decidueye. For one, it's the most popular of the Alola starters, which, in and of itself, gives it some credibility. Aside from that, it has the potential to be completely unique in its playstyle, being a fast, slippery character with excellent recovery and plentiful ranged options, similar to how it works in Pokken. It would also finish off the starter type trio. My only concern is the new Pokemon games on Switch might come out a bit too soon, but to me, that seems unlikely. Ultimately, my pick for a new Pokemon fighter is Decidueye. Also, I'm replacing Greninja with Quillfish and Charizard with Agumon. Now you might be asking why, and to that I say, why not? Speaking of why not Zoidberg? Lastly, to represent the inevitable release of Pokemon Dollar Diamond and Peso Pearl, adding in the true Pokken main, Krogunk. Honestly, it should have been in there sooner, but hey, at least now it's got a good reason. A new representative will be added to go along with Captain Falcon, someone whose experience with katanas would lead to a unique playstyle, and whose popularity amongst the game's fanbase would make him an obvious pick. I am of course referring to Teshin from Warframe. In addition to Wii Fit Trainer, we'll be seeing 2 more Nintendo icons, one future and one past. The Labo Man will represent the impending success of literally cardboard, whereas the reckless Wiimote guy will demonstrate firsthand why you shouldn't forget to put on the wrist strap. In addition to Shulk, we'll be seeing Rhine added as a Xenoblade rep. I'm replacing Dr. Mario with Dr. Styles, to celebrate that series' 8th anniversary of not getting a new game. Mega Man will not be coming back, but will have a suitable replacement, Meg. Speaking of useless things with M's, Mag, and Palm. With the release of Sonic Forces and its OC generator, I don't think Sonic will be back. Instead, his spot will be filled by Nick Son, my original character who totally isn't just Sonic wearing a Richard Nixon mask. Mother games no longer exist, so Lucas will be replaced by the much more relevant Lucas the Spider. Me's will be replaced by me. Can I just take the low-hanging fruit here and say that Inkling is a dummy? Do not believe it. Rather, I think Inkling's presence in the trailer is a hint towards the real Splatoon rep, a baby Humboldt squid. Because much like the Inklings, a baby Humboldt squid is both a kid and a squid. We'll be seeing Crash Bandicoot, which is surprising to everyone, including Crash himself.
Yeah!
A bottle of port wine. Because I guess people think it'll happen? I mean, they keep saying port with this, and I can't imagine what else they could mean. It also represents Portugal from the Sid Meier's Civilization series, so it works as a third-party character. Skyrim is on the Switch, and it would be awful to ignore that. So, as a representative of the Elder Scrolls series, I'm adding the most powerful, most recognizable, overall best character from the series, Herg the Nord. With Undertale on the Switch, it simply must have a rep. Fortunately, it already does. But it needs more. So here's Temmie, and her friend Temmie. With the recent success of the Arc System Works IP Dragon Ball FighterZ, it seems fitting to be adding Goku. He is, after all, a video game character. Also add in SpongeBob and Oprah, because they're both rich enough to appear in literally anything they want. And lastly, Warframe is a good game, and should get at least one representative. So adding in every Warframe thus far. And Clem. And with that, I think we're done. This is the perfect roster for this game. And because my father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate works for Smash Bros, you cannot... Wait. What's that noise? Zoom out from the roster. Oh no, it's getting louder. Keep going! No, it can't be. This whole time the roster was... Oh my god!